Aloha, everyone, and welcome to another Phoenix Friday. I'm your host, Janelle Molokai Mystic, and we have a special guest today. As most of you know, that I am a member of the Hay House Writers community, and today I am going to be introducing to you a fellow author from that community. So, Bowman, I want to say Brown, I don't know why,
That's
but
okay.
Bowman is in this community. And I'm going to read her bio for you. So, Ca'ryna is a transformational leader and alternative holistic health practitioner trained in fitness, wellness, ancient spiritual energy healing arts, and bioenergetics for over 3 decades and holds an honorary doctorate in spiritual science. She works to get to the source energy that is the root cause of your immediate overwhelm. Shift them, uncover, and repattern behaviors so that you can live a dynamic life of your choosing. So, everyone, please jump in, say hello, and welcome our beautiful Ca'ryna Bowman. So, she has a very special surprise for everyone, and I'm going to let her introduce that to you guys. So pay attention because you're going to have to put comments in the comment section. So hello, Presh and Aura and Kaylee and Julbert Viv. Thank you for joining us. Um, Somebody please tag Janet. Janet, you're there. This is my beautiful Janet. She does a lot of healing, a lot of energy expansion for the world. She does beautiful jewelry pieces. She's been one of my guests. Hello, Rose and Shelly, and I know I sound like Romper Room. So let's get to let's get to you, Ca'ryna, because everybody knows me. They see me all the time, but you're new. I'm just getting to know you, and I'm so thankful that you're here with us. So I always ask this particular question to my guests. There's two. So the first question is, this is Phoenix Friday. So what is it in your life, in your personal journey in regards to your gifts or just your experiences that you feel has really ignited the phoenix in you? And now, how do you help ignite the phoenix in others?
Well, thank you so much. I feel very blessed to be with you right now. And for those that have known me through the years, I even have a very dear friend that engraved Phoenix on the metal and made my neck piece because I really understand. I am a Phoenix. And what a lot of people don't understand is that you don't, even though you rise up from the ashes and you come out in this beautiful being for every experience we have, no matter how hard it is, as long as you really hold that faith and hope, you can always rise up. And I have a tendency to, through this life's journey, experience a lot of things. And I've redesigned my life many times. Okay.
That is a
And
journey.
and with that, yes, it is a Phoenix experience because when I was much younger, I was over in the dental field and I did wax carving for teeth. I've made teeth, I've done ortho and all these different things. But then it was time to change because who was running the center at the time? Um, let's just say things happened that shouldn't have happened. Okay. So, with that, we're talking about flying big, thinking I'm going to be helping opening up more centers, and no, right back down. So, I then rose up into the jewelry industry. And so that's a whole nother set of experiences. And in that, it actually first was turning around and being able to design jewelry, but work at the stores, manage the stores, and create all these great, fabulous programs, and become a certified designer and all these great things. I became a graduate gemologist from GIA.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, but then the stones started talking to me
Yeah,
a
that
lot,
tends to happen.
a lot, and not for jewelry purposes. So all that was going on, which was great. And I still took, management and regional management positions. And then I got to understand how a lot of the industry was functioning,
Hmm,
and I wasn't too happy about it.
yeah.
So again, through all this, I've always been in the fitness world. I've always been in the metaphysical world. And fast forward, this is where I just pretty much decided to be. And I've been groomed by a Sufi master for over 3 decades for just this moving energy, helping people, getting things flowing for them so they can understand alignment. But interestingly enough, all that was done through with very little talking.
Mhm.
And it was years. Years I lived up at camp, years I hosted. I mean, we're talking entrenched. And then, of course, I did all these other modalities at the same time. And that was a gift from my grandfather when I was 5. Because when he passed his physical body, he was with us for 2 weeks. So he
Oh,
got to show me
nice.
that we do not die, we
No,
just transform.
right,
So
absolutely.
is that not what a phoenix does?
Yeah,
A phoenix transforms. Regardless of where they are, you always have choice.
absolutely. And that would lead me to the possibility of you sharing how you are now helping others ignite the phoenix in themselves by let's be clear. In this book, there's this 3-step process of asking questions within yourself. And I really am a strong believer that we do go inward to go upward, to really we allow the embers of that phoenix to draw us and warm our souls so that we can be ignited. But that takes going inward and upward. Um, and talk about your book a little bit. This Let's Be Clear. And what drew me to your book was actually the cover.
Oh,
I loved the fact
thank
that
you.
it says "Let's be clear," but then you have these clear crystals around it. So beautiful. Thank you.
There's the cover. Yeah, it's like there's a portal that you can go through, and there's light through the portal as you go through it. Because down here, where it's all clouded, where you don't know yet, and you're not clear about your life or maybe just a situation, it's true. But thank you for that, because that is one of my recorder crystals that I shot through it in the backyard.
Oh, that's beautiful how you did that. That's beautiful. And I see your friend, and I know that you do a lot of live streams, and there is a special guest in the background in the waiting room, and I know that you do a lot of live streams and stuff. But I want to really focus on what inspired you to create these steps to help support other people.
Well, what I first started out thinking I was doing was creating a manual for my program,
Mm,
because it's very clear that you have to connect to yourself. You have to know where your energy is, and you're very easily um, overwhelmed, feel taken down and held back if all your energy is depleted. So you have to learn how to bring your energy into yourself and identify it. So that is wonderful, but we're not supposed to be separate from spirit, the divine.
Yeah, it's a
So
collaboration. It really is.
absolutely. So that is another aspect that has to happen. And you can't possibly really truly align with any goals or dreams that you have or open up to anymore if you don't have those elements in your life. And then all this stuff starts to open up. You start to see what's going on. There's different telltale ways to understand actually where you are, where your unconscious is. And then there's once you can actually see and understand what's been driving you, then you start to learn how you can repath. And energy is different in movement than what people really think it is. So we don't work with a push-pull because that's going to work against you. So in the process of thinking this is what I was doing, Janelle, Spirit had a different idea. And Spirit turned around and had me write a book. The short workshops that Reed and
Mhm.
Kelly will do, right? 4 days. Well, in June, I did the 4-day workshop thinking it wasn't about books. I just needed to get better at writing, content for my clients. And so on the 25th, that ended on the 24th. On the 25th, Spirit had me pick up a composition book and I just started writing every single day. So the book was done and complete by July 17th.
Yeah. Don't you just love it when Spirit volunteers us to do things? It's you just got to move and go with the flow and be open to that divine guidance.
So,
When we try to resist it, you
yeah.
know, it's going to keep knocking. So you might as well go with the flow anyway.
Yeah.
And if you trust that it's for your highest and greatest good, things will go and manifest exactly the way they're meant to. Like you had no idea that you were going to be writing a book. You thought you were preparing for lessons, and Spirit's like, no, there is a bigger plan here at work.
That's
Just
right.
be open to
Exactly.
that energy flow, um, and so who would be the people that would benefit most from this particular book?
Okay.
And that
Well,
is
here's the
called
thing.
Let's Be Clear, and it is available on Amazon currently and in Barnes and Nobles. And
Correct.
Nick has shared those links in the comment, you guys. So if you are interested in Let's Be Clear, um, go check it out. And please support our authors. I tell you guys this all the time. Please leave reviews for the authors. The feedback is invaluable, you guys, and it helps support the idea when people are looking for books that they're not real sure in. They're early in their spiritual journey, and they look at these reviews, and you guys can help support spreading that love and light by leaving those reviews. So please do that. So, who is your
Well, thank you for that because we're trying to get this book up to bestseller status so we can get it out further because Spirit really showed me where this book can go and thousands of people can be helped and that ignites me. You talk about wanting to be a phoenix
Phoenix?
then?
There you go.
I am just lit up because of it. The thing is, though, some people think, oh, well, I've already, I've studied this modality, that modality. I don't need that. But the truth of it is for beginners, it is for experienced, and it's for everybody in the middle. Anybody that is in a space right now that wants change, they feel some aspect about their life is not moving in the direction that they want, or they had given up their life to help others, which I did for a long time too. That's what we do.
Well, we
Um,
need those sacred pauses. Those sacred pauses are just as sacred as going through the motions of accomplishing things. Those sacred pauses are not meant to be underestimated, and they do
no.
support, they revitalize and prepare us to continue to answer our call.
That's exactly right. And so, for me, during those pauses, I didn't realize how much more compassion I could hold. And it wasn't about holding it anymore. It was just being it and being love. So, yes, they're extremely important, and you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I'm so behind in life. No, it has nothing to do with that. And you learn that. But in the book, what I've done deliberately is I've done step by step by step that if somebody wants to get from A to B and doesn't jump and follow it and do the exercises that I put in here, because as we know, when you have to develop something new, a new behavior pattern to get it into your unconscious mind, you have to practice, practice, practice. It's not a one-shot deal, as we very well know. So that's how I take the people. And I even put work pages at the end of each chapter, so all the information stays in one place. So if they have to refer back, they can. And if they honestly do, and I can say this for a fact, if they honestly follow from the very beginning to the very end, they are going to have energy shifts that they will be far more aligned to whatever it is they want to accomplish. I can also promise them, if they don't do it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's a consistent commitment. You know, it's loving ourselves enough to fill ourselves with that love so that our self-love can ripple outward. But it is a consistent commitment to ourselves and to the honoring of our gifts and our existence and our vessel and the universe as a whole, because we're all connected. And if we cannot commit consistently with ourselves, then we get fragmented, you know. So allowing them to have this step by step by step process really is, it takes away the stress and the overwhelm, especially for the spiritual seekers new on their journey. You know, I don't know how to do this. Yes, you're telling me to go from point A to point B, but how do I get to point B? You know, so I love that you have broken it down into these steps that really help them dig deeper without the overwhelm that most of us can experience when we're on a journey. We know we're on the right journey, but we're not sure what the next step is. You know?
Right,
So,
exactly. So I really have chunked it down. And
mm,
what I did is I just gave 3 chapters at a time for each phase. So, yes, the 3 phases are there, but
mhm.
I only gave 3 chapters for each phase. So, again, it wouldn't overwhelm them. And yet, anybody who is highly experienced will easily know how to go deeper with it. And if they're any form of a teacher out there, because my goal is that they'll pass on the information, right?
Mhm.
That they help others with it. So those are kind of like all the ways that I'm just like
So when you
staying
speak of
connected with.
phases, the 3 phases,
Mhm.
how would you categorize each one of those phases that you take people through?
Well, the first phase, again, is about the connection. You really, really, really have to make that connection. And some, a lot of people I have found working with a whole gamut um, through years and years, because I had my own studio and I've done a lot of workshops through the country and outside. They don't even understand really how to breathe, and they don't understand the connection of their, first off, that it's life force energy, and without it, we're not here. but also how it is connected to our bodies right away, and how through our breath we can understand where we hold things within our body. So that takes some time to work through, um, but not a huge amount of time, not really. And it isn't a race.
No, it's a
So
journey.
I
It's a
tell,
journey.
it's not a race. It's not, oh, I got to get through all this. In fact, if they read it, they should be going back through it and back through it, because you're going to keep seeing layers unpeel from yourself. So that phase is, to me, it's beyond fundamental. Without it, you're not going to get anywhere. Once you have that underneath and you actually feel that connection in your heart, like in Sufi, we call it intelligence of the
Mhm.
heart. And that's really where everything is being able to guide you. This is where you start building up an intuition, even though that the expression goes a gut feeling, it's the heart.
It's in the heart. Yeah, the
It's
heart
the heart.
understands so much more than the brain can comprehend. You know.
And with that heart, then yes, we go into the mind, but the mind has to come back to the heart
Mhm.
before you make the final decision. And there are sacred messages for us that instead of jumping ahead and, oh, ooh, which way do I go? Which way do I go? If you stay quiet, you can actually hear, because you're asking and you're honoring your body, that your sacred message that you need for your highest and best will come right then for you. And so then you start to understand what your mantra is going to be for the week or could be for months. But it is so powerful. And so for people to start to understand that words, how powerful they are, and the vibration that they carry. Now, I don't get too heavy into that aspect in this book, because it just may overwhelm people, but it is about the vibration. It is about our frequency. It is about raising our frequency, which emits more light, which pours out of us, which goes all over the whole earth. And that's really where I stand. So, but we start. Let's be clear. And so from that point, the transformation starts to happen in the next phase, because just small little ideas just start, oh, there's the possibility. And they
Mhm.
start opening, their perspective shift, they widen, they expand. And for me, it's more about expansion than high and low,
Yeah,
because in our society, there's a wrong understanding about that. So certain words I try and stay away from.
yeah. And I use expansion a lot, and the infinite possibilities that can come from that. You know, the expansion is only limited by our own beliefs. You know, and everyone is exactly where they're meant to be in their own journey of expansion. You know, so
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so the third portion is where they start to understand energy in itself, really, not all about the frequencies, but their own energy, and that they have choice. And what are they going to choose?
yes, those choices, that powerful word, choice, that empowerment of the word choice, it just gives you chills when you really understand the energy and the possibilities, the infinite possibilities with those choices. I love that. It sounds like a wonderful book. I have not read the whole thing yet, um, but I am diving in. So, um,
Thank you.
and there's a lot of other activities, events, workshops, webinars, live streams that you do. And I want to let everyone know that you guys can follow all of her links on Linktree. She has a website, she has the event calendar. Nick is dropping all of that information into the comments now. And speaking of comments, everyone who is viewing here, please say hello, put your comments down in the comment section, and um, maybe you can explain what this surprise for our viewers is all about.
I would love to. Okay, so the reason why we're asking you to turn around and put the comments in the chat is because we need to know that you are here and being active. And for all of you that are being here, I'm offering a special gift to you. Anybody that would like to have any question answered, a specific one, okay, not all over the place, but something that does pertain to energy or movement or a stuck position or something that keeps spinning over and over and you can't go beyond it. Anything like that, or especially anything about the phoenix, um, I would love to sit with you personally, privately, and get you your answer, if at all possible. And I just want to be able to help anybody that wants to move forward because when you do, you shine so much more light onto this planet, and we are all connected. And in that connection, it just, you may not see the fields of the energy, but believe me, they are real.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's going to be real simple. We're going to take the names, um, and you or if you could, I think maybe it's best if they leave their email too. It depends, whatever you think.
Well, we have your email address right here. So,
Yes.
to all of our viewers, our family, our community, I know where you guys are. I know you guys'
Yeah.
energy. So,
She knows
and
how to
I
handle
also
it.
know that you guys each have a very specific question, and this is a quick shot. This is not
Mhm.
we're not talking about having a personal hour and a half reading here. This is pick your focus question, and she will give you 15 minutes of her valuable time and energy to help support you. So email her at Ca'ryna.edu at
Mhm.
gmail.com if you are viewing this and commenting live currently. And she'll know because it's all in the comments, you guys. So email her and she will hook you up as a special surprise and support for our viewers,
Mhm.
a 15-minute session to focus on one individual question. So thank you for your time and energy in this beautiful surprise and gift for our viewers. And a lot of you guys know I usually have Nick with me. We're a tag team, and we have most of our show. We do all of our teaching together, and Nick is in the background. But you have a sidekick as well. You have a friend that you do live streams with, and she's actually hiding, you guys. She's in the background right now
She
because
is.
we wanted to focus on the book. So we have her good friend Sandra Scars. Is that
That's correct. Yeah, Sandy.
and they do great live streams, very educational. They bring out an understanding together. They feed off of each other's energy and they share their love and light with all of their viewers. So I wanted to introduce Sandy over here so that people can get an idea of when you guys go and follow Ca'ryna, the double package. Now, I'm Nick and I are known as double trouble. Okay, I'm not sure about you two, but Nick
Well,
is double
that kind of fits.
trouble, and it's we have a lot of guests that come on that are very singular, but you come as a package a lot of times where you guys work closely together. You guys have the same appreciation for the energy and the teaching that you share. So I wanted to bring Sandy on, guys. So please welcome Sandy Scar to the show. So thank you for joining us.
But now I get a surprise. Hi, honey.
So I must just
Oh,
say right off the bat, I love your piano in the background. Piano is my most favorite instrument in the world. It can just move your soul in so many ways. So thank you for popping on with us. And guys, I'm just going to let these two share a little bit about what they share in helping to ignite the phoenix in all of you. Um, and check out their websites, check out their Facebook pages. The link tree will direct you to all of Ca'ryna's sites. So, what is it that you two get into? Like I said, Nick and I are known as Double Trouble. Uh, what type of energy to you to bring forth? And I can see the energy of you guys' smile lighting up. Um, so okay, guys, spill it. What do you guys have to offer here? Let me
we're
just.
known as magic.
Oh, you're known as magic.
Yes.
Ah,
Sandy, you're muted, honey. You're muted right now.
yeah, but her beautiful smile is just saying so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
We don't
She's a
need
beamer.
words. We
She's a
don't need
beamer.
so.
Now we have this amazing summit coming up again.
And you guys can find that on the event page, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yes.
put we'll get all that stuff out yet. And
Yeah.
but everybody's going to start to know that it is going, whenever we do summits, and it's going to be called Faith, Hope, and Love, because this is what it's all about. And we do bring on guest speakers. We bring on students that have graduated.
Oh,
We have wanted to be able to do this so people can we can start bringing people out more into the public so people get to understand their gifts. And that's actually why, even in my book, I have a whole chapter on earth angels. And so I had them put their wisdom in the book. They're part of it, and Sandy's going to be more part of the second book coming out. But Sandy, you want to tell a little bit about it and what we're doing on the program in October?
Oh, yes. In October, we're going to be doing a joint presentation at a national summit. And it's going to be very exciting because we're going to make a big announcement about 2024. And it's going to be very magical. Um, and also, Ca'ryna's book, I'm using it in my 6-week class right now. So my students are learning from Ca'ryna in my 6-week class that I'm teaching. So I'm incorporating her wisdom, and she'll be a guest speaker on the Divine Energy class.
I love that. I love that. Yes. So, guys, definitely continue to follow because I'm sure that there will be even more special events coming up. And then with a second book coming out, you guys are not going to want to miss what energy and learning and tools that you can grasp from the next book. So, definitely follow and join some of these events. You guys do live streams. When are your live streams scheduled so that people can be aware? Like we have ours on Tuesdays, Sundays, and Fridays for Nick and I. So what do your schedules look like?
Well, as far as that goes, we haven't done that much yet. So we don't have a specific time yet because
Mhm, with the flow.
Sandy just started her 6 week. I just started my 6 month program. We have a live event we're hoping comes together the end of April over here on the East Coast. We have these other talk pieces we're doing. And then we also have something that Sandy didn't mention yet, is that we're literally going to be doing a joint program together as well come late fall. So as we're trying to figure out all this stuff, we'll jump on and doing live, but we don't quite have a schedule yet, but we're going to. Where we've worked with a lot of practitioners where we have over 100 pieces out now of all this different information with all these wonderful, beautiful women that are just so powerful. And but we're going to do more of that and start to do it on a live stream. I've never used StreamYard before. Okay, so this is new, and I like it. Don't you like it, Sam?
I do.
Okay, so see, and we're going to have you as a guest as well, Jamil. Okay, you're not going anywhere now, girl. And so that part we haven't figured out. We're still trying to figure out parts and laying down foundation is what we're going through right now. And we're both still in school.
Yes.
Both of us.
Well, we are all both student and teacher in this journey. So
yes.
that's how we expand, you know?
Yes.
Exactly.
And now you have even more audience members. So if you are building that platform, you know, I'm sure these guys are going to start jumping over and watching you and supporting you. This is a big family that we've created in our Nick and I's community. And they not only support myself, but they support each other. And this is what I love about this group. And this is why I'm so grateful that you offered this surprise for everybody that does comment. And you guys put your comments because they're going to be checking. So you email her at ca'ryna.edu@gmail.com. And she will be gifting everyone with an experience of her beautiful energy and wisdom and guidance for 15 minutes. So bring in one focused question and she will assist and see what her guides bring in for you. So,
and they will. They always do. They always do. And I do have a special gift for both you and Nick.
Oh.
So you're not going anywhere.
Why, thank you.
Are you kidding? This is so precious to me to be able to be in front of your people and to announce Sandy. You know, we are a tag team, and it's just, you know, you talk about somebody who's an intuitive and teaches intuition and all of that. She's just absolutely amazing. She's done it her whole life, and
I watched her. I you know, and that's why when I saw her smiling in the background, I was like, oh boy, okay, we're bringing this energy in here. You know? So
yeah, so this is an honor for us. This is an honor, such an honor for me. And you know, I've been over in the islands. I've worked with kahunas and things over there, and we'll have a conversation about that another time. But I am part of the land too, and Pele has just told me flat out by the ceremonies that I've done over there with the people that I am the islands. So I'm very with you. I've never left them, even though that I physically had to come away from them.
yeah, but you know, you're not limited. Like I said, we are only limited by the limits we place on ourselves.
That's right. So we don't have them.
Yeah.
No. So excited.
So just out of curiosity, since I do have the great Sandy on live here, what is it that ignited the phoenix in you, my dear? And how do you help others ignite the phoenix in them?
My great grandmother.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
she's the one that ignited it in me and still does, along with my spirit team. And I have this passion to help others unlock their abilities. So that's my whole goal and mission, is to teach others and to help others. So I'm a social worker by trade,
Mhm.
and so that's what I do, is reach out and help others.
Are you two on YouTube as well?
I am. I have
Sandy.
You,
some things
yeah,
on.
that's because I was thinking. I believe you are, but I wasn't sure if
Not yet.
you haven't gotten there yet. Girlfriend, get there.
I
Okay.
know, I know.
This is being, this
I'm
is
getting
being
there. I'm getting there.
this is being streamed on YouTube, and feel free to use it on your website if you'd like to.
Thank
If you
you
want
very much.
to grab the link and drop it into your website and let people see you. You know, this is really what this show is all about. Is really about igniting the phoenix in others to be that lighthouse for the seekers out there. You know, and when we are able to bring on people that have experienced life, you have a deeper understanding of it. You know, when you can really come on with that shining light, people know it, they see it, they recognize it, their soul gets drawn to it because their soul remembers it, because it's a part of them as well. And so
Exactly.
both of you have actually done this today, is to bring in that life force energy that we breathe in and take for granted too many times, you know? So thank you so much for sharing your
Oh,
time, Sandy, and coming on, and Ca'ryna, really being a light. And so before we go, we still have a little bit of time here.
okay.
I wanted to ask you, if you were to have the opportunity to, either through your own heart's words or through the guidance of your guides, um, allow your words to penetrate the hearts of others, what words would you choose? What would you have to share with the audience right now?
That everyone is magnificent, whether they feel it and believe it yet, they are. And from my heart to theirs, I want them to be able to experience it this lifetime because they are the light, and we want to help ignite their light in them.
Help them remember. Mhm.
It is only about remembering because this is who we all are, and
Mm,
stuff gets in the way.
absolutely, absolutely. And Sandy, what would you say?
Something very similar as Ca'ryna. Um, we are the light. Even in the darkest hours, there's light. We just need to feel it. You may not be able to see it. We are love, and we just need to open and feel the love, because it's always there. I was talking with my granddaughter this morning. She couldn't feel it. And I said, it's there. You just need to reach in and feel it.
You feel it to reel it, you know?
Mhm.
Because
Feel
it's there. And that's what I want everybody to feel, because even in my darkest hours,
Oh,
the love and light was always there. And when I look back on my life, those were my greatest lessons.
Mhm.
Those were the things that I learned the most from.
Mhm.
And those were the seeds when I grew the most. So even through those darkest times, we grow and we become wiser. So don't give up. Just surround yourself with love and light.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And synchronicities are always, they always give me awe and wonder. And I say this because today my post was just that. You know, our greatest gifts and tools come from our deepest and hardest trials in life. You know,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and it's true. When we allow ourselves to find out what the lessons were, what the gifts were, what the blessings were, I am a firm believer that we're not meant to put a moment in a box because it could be the first ripple of a miracle beginning to happen. You know,
Yeah,
so um, I, I love that this is what you brought forth because there are so many right now that are struggling in that darkness that prevents them from stepping out of that fog and going into that clarity. You know, takes a while. You know, it's a journey. It's a journey,
it
and
It
it's
is
is.
a journey.
okay to experience the journey. You know, um, and I noticed you wanted to add something, Corinne.
Yeah, yeah, I think if first off, I want everybody to know, though, you don't have to go through anything alone. Okay, we're not meant to go through it alone. And that took me a very long time. You know, a lot of us are lone wolves, and but wolves run in a pack. Okay. But I would love to give an analogy, and this is what I've often brought up to my students. Okay, we are light beings. That's who we are. But as we come out in life and we're born and we have experiences happen to us, or the way people speak to us, all of a sudden we'll get a splatter of mud. Well, that's okay. We still are the light being and we act the light being. And something else happens in life, another splat. And we keep on going. We're still light and we're out there, and then splat. And before you know it, we're 50% covered in mud. And what happens is that we no longer recognize the light. We act like the mud person.
Mm.
And so, if you can embrace the situations that happen to say, okay, there is something good in this for me somewhere, a piece of the mud comes back off, and then another piece comes off. And you get to the point where all of a sudden you start acting again like the light being who you really are.
And you know, and I always try to remind people as well is when and another synchronicity as you're speaking about this is I just had gone back and I saw a post that I did 12 years ago, and it referred to when we think that we have now created a bunch of yuck and mud in our life, to turn it into fertilizer and let the rain of God, divine source, you know, help us grow because it's there for a reason. So step into the awareness of it and remove what doesn't serve us so that what does serve us can help us grow. But it's stepping into that awareness that's so important.
Absolutely.
So, and if anyone was to want to dig deeper with you
Mhm.
and work with you, say on a one-on-one basis, say for mentoring or educational purposes, um, what type of classes and courses or sessions do you offer?
Well, I do have a 6-week program, which is a group program that I love to do because the energy of the group that comes together, they actually get more from it. And I really do have a special until the end of this month for that, where they can save $400 if they want to come into it. And it's very affordable. They do get live group session. They do get their answers. They do get private sessions with me on top of that, because I really want to get them there. I really, but it's strong energy. They have to be ready to want the change and commit to themselves. This is not just for somebody who's curious. This is somebody who wants to do the work. Okay, but it's not as scary as people think it could be. And believe me, I am there, as Sandy's experienced me, I am very gentle with such
Twice.
powerful energy. With
I've
such,
done it twice.
and things open fast, and because I use quantum energy that way. But I do have some people that, still aren't comfortable around a group, or they don't know what to expect. So I do a small package of 4 so they can get used to that if that's what they want to do. But really, the very best value is to come into a 6-week group, really. And I'll be opening up another one in February for that. And but anybody who wants to ask me about them, no, please, EDU, ask away, and then we'll hook up on a Zoom, and I'll do my very best to answer any questions that people have, and do an assessment too to make sure it's the right fit for them.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's not about me, it's about
That
them.
that right there speaks to honoring the individuals, because it's like with me with my mentoring. We will do an, a session first to see if we're even a right fit. I think it's very important for anyone that you're going to be working for your own spiritual expansion journey to connect, to be able to resonate with the individual. Because if you don't resonate with the person that's leading you, then you're going to have that energy of fighting back somehow. Unconsciously, you're going to be in
Mhm.
this restrictive mode, and that is going to hinder your expansion. You know, so really connecting with someone prior to that commitment for me is important. You know, I may not be a fit for you, and I expect, and this is something that I might seem a little harsh on, but I expect that when I'm willing to commit to someone, that they too are willing to commit to themselves, that
Yeah.
they too are willing to get that consistent commitment in their expansion, because if you're looking to help someone for their highest and greatest good, you can only meet them where they're at, and then
Exactly.
go expand from there. You know,
Mhm.
if they don't resonate where they're at with where you're at, then you're not the right fit, and that's okay. That's
It's more
okay.
than okay.
Let's see who you are the right fit with. You know,
Exactly.
it's,
And if
it's
I do have a resource, I will lead them to the resource and give them choices too.
exactly, this is what we do, is offer these other platforms for other people. This is why I created what I created in the mystics group, where everyone is able to shine bright together, because there is abundance of love and light out there, and not everyone is going to resonate with everyone, but if everyone is shining, somebody's going to resonate, you
That's
know
right.
so it's all about giving you that opportunity to shine, so that you can draw in those that do resonate with you,
Mhm.
and live in a land of abundance, not lack. You know. So Kate says, I was just talking about that yesterday. You guys, our followers, our family. I really consider them as family.
Mhm.
Um, they are so awesome. They're so open and they're so welcoming, and they too live in that energy of abundance and shining of that light. And I love and I thank all of our viewers for being here and supporting the people that I introduce you to, and research them. You know, they might be offering
Yep.
something that you fall in love with, you know. So connect, 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 because we shine brighter together, you know. So thank you so
Sweet.
much, both of you, for joining us today. And again, you guys, her book is Let's Be Clear, and it is non-intimidating, very easy to follow, step by step guidance, and the three phases that you can walk through will bring you also into that abundant possibility for your energy. So um, is there anything else that you would like to share before we go?
Just that I am honored that your family has allowed me to come in today into the home. It is very humbling.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, and me too. I feel humbled that I was able to share this stage. And thank you for bringing me on. I
Oh, thank
didn't expect this.
So it is aloha from me, and good night, everyone.
And it is aloha and mahalo from me.
And aloha from me. I love Maui.